Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Erickson TV. Curtis here with Lauren. Hello Lauren.
Hey Curtis, hey everybody.
So Lauren, there's a lot of online marketing going on, and you now are starting to see it on TV ads about Robo advisors.
Robo advisors,
yeah.
okay.
And it's something that people that are what we call true financial advisors are aware of, but the public maybe now is just starting to get aware of it. So there's some big independent companies such as Betterment that have lots of venture capital behind them, and they're building these what they call robo advisory websites where you can go in and basically they'll do a risk analysis questionnaire online, and then they'll actually look at your current portfolio, and they'll say, hey, we can save you fees. Go ahead and click here to switch it, and they'll actually do the account transfer right to these sites. And then now, just more recently, Charles Schwab, who's one of the biggest investment brokerage firms out there, added a robo advisor solution. And now Merrill Lynch, who has traditionally had so-called financial advisors,
right,
is now adding a department called Robo Advice. And so, first of all, my problem is that I don't mind the term robo because it is kind of robotic and it's automatic. The fact that they're calling them advisors advice probably isn't a true statement.
Right, yeah, that's true. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening with those. If there are other financial advisors watching this, a lot of you are not going to be happy with what I'm about to say. But I'm really happy because these robo-advisor firms are going to cannibalize Merrill Lynch and Charles Schwab's business. And it's going to be harder and harder for the so-called advisors who work for Merrill Lynch and Charles Schwab to explain what it is they do. The thing about those firms is I've actually worked with one or two people who have worked with those robo-advice firms, and eventually they just leave the firm and go to Vanguard.
Right.
In other words, they're actually do-it-yourselfers.
Right. Anyway.
You know. Right. Yeah. Exactly. Right. So they might.
They won't follow the advice. Anyway.
Right. Yeah. Or they won't. Yeah. Well, yeah. There's the other thing. I mean, the thing about it is, I think basically my experience tells me that people either need a real financial advisor or they're actually a do-it-yourselfer. Now they may not admit that they're a do-it-yourselfer right at the beginning, so they might experiment with these kind of things for a little while. I think what you're seeing with like Schwab and Merrill Lynch is those are some desperate firms.
Right.
As younger people in my generation are just not going to pay commissions. They're not doing a whole lot of things. The information is just out there,
right,
of what they might want or need, and I think that this is sort of one of these things that frankly a dying industry comes up with to try to stay afloat for a little while.
Yeah, and then Merrill Lynch has already got something like 2,500 of their so-called advisors really are just call centers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not really
right.
providing advice. They're just basically customer service reps.
Right.
And the thing is there's another kind of dual issue going on. I'm kind of picking on Merrill Lynch here, but
right.
it actually though picks Schwab and some of these other ones. But Obama wants to apply the fiduciary label to all financial advisors, and so this has been a big fight that Merrill Lynch has been fighting for years in court.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they don't want to take the fiduciary oath in the
fiduciary. No, they don't.
Okay. So that's part one. I'm not going to ignore robo advisors because there's a lot of money behind them, and the software is very sophisticated and it looks very good. By the way, though, there's no free lunch, and you are going to be paying fees to use these robo advisors. So, but part two of this presentation is I want to talk about an article that one advisor wrote about the difference between what he calls a true advisor and a robo advisor is.
All right.
So we'll see you next time on Erickson TV. Bye now.
See you next time.